Mk7. I'm going to give you a quick walk around and a quick review of the car. As you can tell, it looks aggressive. This could definitely do with an aftermarket front splitter on it, like my car does. You have the LED headlights, of course, standard, with the washers again. Obviously the nice R badge there. I don't know if you can see that, but there is an adaptive cruise control on the bottom. Moving around to the side. I think these are the 18s. Still rather nice. I do like the multi-spoked wheels with the R calipers on there. Golf R comes with the chromed wing mirrors. This is the 3-door version, as you can tell, in black. Slightly dirty, but I have been just around the mountains with her, so I need to give her a clean later. But if you come around the back, then quad exhausts, they're also slightly dirty. Now I do like the rear tail lights. That is a bonus. And I quite like these fins as well, which I wish that my Cupra had. But anyway, we'll take a look on the inside. I'll give you a quick rundown. Yeah, as soon as you step in, whether or not the camera is picking it up, you have a blue strip along there. Also a blue strip along there. You have blue needles. It's kind of like a blue Golf R accent. I'm not sure if you can change the colour on these. I don't think you can. I think they are just set to blue. But there's bound to be like an aftermarket system which you can change the colours around. I think that would be pretty cool. Obviously, let's just close the door. Looking at the gauge, the needle sweep I think is cool on these cars. And the steering wheel, I don't know what it is with the steering wheel, but it feels a lot nicer to hold on to than my car. It's, I don't know, slightly bigger, slightly smaller horn. You've got these, you've got the adaptive cruise control that side with the volume button for the stereo. Then you've got your interface buttons there. Obviously automatic headlights, automatic wipers. This does have a automatic parking brake as well with auto hold. It is a manual, as I said in the beginning of the video. I'm not too sure about the manual. Obviously you don't get the pops and bangs on the upshifts, or you don't get the, well, I suppose you do get the crackles when you're gliding along, but obviously this hasn't got an aftermarket marketed exhaust. But yeah, because this car it's got a lot of torque in it, from what I found. By the time you reach up to, let's say, 6,500 RPM, you have to change gear, don't you? And that comes sooner than you think. So I seem to be redlining this car as I've been driving it quite a few times. But I suppose that's what a Golf R is all about, isn't it? I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but you have like this carbon effect along certain places. You have it along by the door handle there, have it on the gear knob, whether or not it's picking it up, and also just above the glove box compartment. But overall, the interior in this is a lot nicer than the Cupra. I can't really fault it really. Obviously the only thing which mine's got which is different is the DSG, and mine does have the sat-nav pack. This does not have the sat-nav pack, but as you can tell it has an eco drive. Very handy. This is climate control as well down here. an auto dimming mirror, but just the overall quality of the inside is just so much different to my car. You can tell where that extra 4 or 5 grand in price difference definitely tells on the inside. Obviously, apart from it being a bit dirty, as you can tell, it is a lot sleeker, I think the word is, on the inside. Obviously we got this button down here which everybody likes. Gives you the option for eco, normal or race, and the individual. Obviously if you're a Golf R owner, you're always going to have it in a race, otherwise there's no point in even having the car. That's my opinion anyway. Buy a Golf R, Audi S3, Seat Cupra to put it in race, Cupra mode, dynamic mode. That's what you do with these cars, in my opinion. That is, obviously. Your fuel economy goes down quite a fair bit, but other than that, you got traction control off. Now my car doesn't have a button for traction control off. I don't know why. It is a bit weird. Obviously, start, stop, parking sensors, manual, and the handbrake. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the rundown on the inside of a Golf R Mk7. You have your little, whether or not you can see that on the camera, can't quite get in there, but that's where the sound actor, the sound and that is all created from. But yeah, guys, we'll go for a bit of a drive. So then, guys, here we are driving the Golf R. First thing I can tell straight off the bat is the exhaust zone on the inside. Whether or not it's the sound actor, more than likely is. As you can tell, close the window. This car picks up speed like that. Manual, I can't even imagine what it would be like with the DSG box. Obviously, I'm not the best at changing the gears, getting used to the car to begin with, but straight off the bat, the throatiness of the exhaust is definitely present. An overall drive, from what I've experienced of having the car for a few hours, very comfy. Not as I've got it in race mode, so obviously the suspension is slightly stiffer and so on and so forth, but it seems to be reasonably comfy. And the grip, this compared to the Cupra, it's you very rarely see the traction control button on. If you see the traction control lights on, then you are really pushing this car to its limits. As you can tell on this screen, whether or not the camera is picking it up, we have our blue motion. It's like a blue score, eco mode kind of thing. At the moment we got 73 out of 100. So obviously we're not doing the best, but as you can just tell, we're not trying to do our best. Yeah, it's a lovely car to drive. With it being a manual, it's more of a driver's car. You feel more engaged with the upshifts, the downshifts, and just everything. It just seems to be more engaging. But yeah, definitely a thumbs up for this car. I think we should give it a bit of a blast, don't you think? The torque on this thing, because I'm used to my DSG box in the Cupra. Next thing you know, you're hitting red line and need change gear. I'm only doing 60. But the speed he gets up to doing 60 is, yeah, it's fast. Just give you a rough idea of how the car drives, how it sounds compared to my Seat Cupra. First thing I do notice straight away is the stock exhaust on this is a lot beefier. Yeah, beefier I think is the word, than my stock Cupra. Obviously I got the Cobra catback system on mine, so it just makes it ridiculous. But this, for a stock car, whether or not it's something to do with the sound actor, I probably might have to disconnect that to try to see if it makes any difference, but it sounds so much beefier. Obviously you've got the 4-wheel drive, sticks to the road like crazy, as you can tell, whether or not the camera's picking it up. We've just been for the spin, coming in another video, but it's raining and this car is dripping like hell. It's on Continentals, all 4 wheels, not Michelin's. I think Continentals are what came with this car from factory. As you can tell, it's so much beefier, whether or not the camera is picking it up, but the high-end tone is so throaty, I think the word is, even though I've got a Seat Cupra, and don't get me wrong, I love that car to bits, but it's got to be said, can't beat a Golf R, can you? Manual, even better. You don't get the pops and bangs, but you can redline it. One downside to this car, I would have to say, is around where I live, and I'm up in the hills, so I can imagine if you live in the city you'll see a lot more of these, but on a day-to-day basis I see probably 4 or 5 of these a day, and I'm up in the Welsh Hills. So whereas my car, the Cupra, I'll be lucky to see 1 a week. S3 around about the same, 2 or 3 a week. But the Golf R's, they're on the popular side, aren't they now? Don't get me wrong, still a great car to drive, great car to look at, great car at handling. It's all round, it's a great hatchback. So guys, that's it for this review of this Golf R. As you can tell, still dirty. I'm going to clean it afterwards, but yeah, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Guys, see you later.